Welcome to Geometry, the greatest class in the world. Today we're going to be going over regular polygons, where we find the area of a regular polygon with polynomial expressions as the sides and apothem. So just a quick reminder of some of the basic rules of polygons, that when we're adding polygons or polynomials, that we do not change the exponent when we're adding or subtracting, that when we multiply, we add, and so when we have a power, we multiply. Oops. So just to go over those basic rules there so we can see those, that will help us when we're working these problems. So here's our first problem. We're going to find the area of this figure. So we have 1/2 perimeter times apothem is our area. So if we look at our perimeter, this is a pentagon. So we first have to find our perimeter by 5 times 4x squared plus 4x plus 6. This is 20x squared plus 20x plus 30. So we go in here, 1/2. My perimeter is 20x squared plus 20x plus 30 times my apothem, which is x squared. Since this is a 1/2 here, I can take half of each of these numbers inside the parentheses. So that becomes 10x squared plus 10x plus 15 times x squared. I've dealt with the 1/2 now. And then I distribute, and so that's 10x to the 4th plus 10x to the 3rd plus 15x squared. And this is my simplified polynomial expression that represents the area of this regular pentagon. Again, you're just running through the process of finding perimeter, multiplying by apothem, and taking half. You just have to make sure you pay attention to your polynomial rules when you're multiplying, dividing, adding, things like that. Okay, here's another one. This is an octagon, so again, area equals 1/2 perimeter times apothem. Okay, so we have to find our perimeter first. Since this is an octagon, that's going to be 8 times the side length, so we got a nice little fraction in here to make it a little more of a challenge. And so as we distribute this, 8 times 3/4, the 8 and the 4 cancel to be a 2. So 2 times 3, remember this is 8 over 1, so this cancels here. That's 6x squared. Then 8 times 4 is the 32x. So this is our perimeter. So area is equal to 1/2. My perimeter is 6x squared plus 32x times my apothem, which is 4x to the 3rd power. Again, what would be the easiest to take the half of? I think it'd be easiest to take half of the 4x to the 3rd power, which becomes a 2x to the 3rd power. And so then we have to distribute that. It becomes 12x to the 5th plus 64 x to the 4th. And again, this is the polynomial that represents the area of this figure. All right, so we got one more last example. So in this example, we have a regular polygon that's a square. We're still going to run through this process of area is equal to 1/2 perimeter times apothem. So if we take this one, go do our perimeter first, 4 times 8x plus 4, which is 32x plus 16. So area is equal to 1/2. Perimeter is 32x plus 16 times my apothem, which is 4x plus 2. Okay, so again, what's the easiest thing to take a half of? I want to just take a half of this whole parentheses here, which becomes 2x plus 1. Remember, we got to take half of everything in that parentheses. However you do it. Now, they don't mess with the exponents, we can take 1/2. Now I have to distribute this. So area is equal to first term, which is 64x squared. Second term, which is plus 32x. All right, and then I've got to do plus 32x, the second term, plus 16. So I had to multiply each and every term for the whole entire problem. Now I got to combine like terms. And when I'm done here, this is my final answer for the area of this square using 1/2 parameter times the pothom. Always watch terms. Probably going to make some issues when you're distributing this correctly. So again, make sure you multiply each term times each and every term. So x times x squared, 1 times 32. Then I had to do 2 times 16x, and then 1 times 16. So you got to multiply each and every term in there. Remember that FOIL. Now if I take the same problem, which is, here it is again, and I remember the formula for the area of square is also equal to side squared. So area is equal to 8x plus 4 quantity squared. Remember, this is where a lot of you have messed this up before because you're still not. So you can write it twice and then FOIL. 8 times 8 is 64x squared. Then we do 8 times 4, which is 32x. Then 4 times 8, which is another 32x. And 4 times 4, which is plus 16. And so we got 64x squared plus 64x plus 16. The area is the same as the way when we did it 1/2 parameter times the pothom, but that was because the area is the area no matter which polynomial expression we use. And this ends the video. Please complete day 2 in class the following day. Have a good day.